The Galactic Council chamber fell into stunned silence as the holographic display flickered with impossible data. Elif stood frozen at her station aboard the observation vessel Sentinel's Eye, her fingers trembling over the console as she processed what she was witnessing. The young communications officer had been monitoring routine transmissions when everything changed. "Adam," she whispered, her voice barely audible in the cavernous bridge. "You need to see this." Adam turned from his tactical station, his face illuminated by the amber glow of warning lights that had suddenly begun cascading across every surface. As Earth's diplomatic liaison to the Galactic Council, he'd spent 5 years building bridges between humanity and the thousands of alien civilizations that comprise the intergalactic community. Nothing in his training had prepared him for this moment. "What am I looking at?" he asked, moving to stand beside her. Elif's hands danced across the holographic interface, pulling up star maps that stretched across the known galaxy. 14 minutes ago, the Zathon Collective launched their final ultimatum. They demanded Earth's unconditional surrender, full disarmament and integration into their empire. Adam's jaw tightened. The Zathon were one of the galaxy's oldest and most powerful civilizations, a species that had conquered thousands of worlds over millennia. Their fleets numbered in the hundreds of thousands. Their warriors were genetically engineered for combat, and their technology was considered nearly unmatched. Earth rejected it, Elif continued, her voice shaking. And then this happened. The star map before them told a story that defied comprehension. Across 17 sectors spanning nearly a quarter of the galaxy, Zathon military installations had gone dark. Supply depots, forward operating bases, shipyards, command centers, all of them simply ceased to exist within a 14-minute window. "That's impossible," Adam breathed. "There are over 3,000 Zathon installations in those sectors. Some of them are fortress worlds with populations in the billions." "Not anymore," Elif said, pulling up detailed scans. "They're just gone. No debris fields, no radiation signatures, no distress calls. It's like they were simply erased from existence." The bridge doors hissed open, and Ambassador Velthar of the Council rushed in, his crystalline appendages clicking with agitation. "Humans, what has your species done? The entire Zathon Collective is in chaos. Their emperor is demanding answers, threatening to..." "Threatening to what?" Adam interrupted, his voice cold. "They declared war on Earth. They promised to enslave every human, to burn our cities, to make examples of our children." "What did they expect?" Velthar's bioluminescent skin pulsed with distress. "We expected diplomacy. Negotiation. Not this." He gestured at the tactical display where more reports were flooding in. "Do you understand what you're showing me? The Zathon Collective has stood for over 10,000 years. Their military might has crushed rebellions across 100 galaxies. And Earth, a species that only achieved faster-than-light travel 30 years ago, has somehow neutralized a quarter of their empire in less time than it takes to cook a meal." Elif pulled up a new data stream, her face pale. "Ambassador, there's more. We're detecting similar blackouts in Drell Dominion space, Corvin territory, and the Theta Nebula region. Every species that voted to support the Zathon ultimatum is experiencing complications." "Define complications," Velthar demanded. Adam leaned over Elif's shoulder, reading the incoming reports. A smile, cold and entirely humorless, spread across his face. "It appears that several hundred rogue asteroids have impacted key military installations. Communication satellites are experiencing unexpected malfunctions. Several fleet admirals have mysteriously decided to retire, effective immediately. And the Corvin's primary weapons research facility just suffered a catastrophic containment failure. This is an act of war against half the galaxy." Velthar shrieked. "No," Adam corrected, his voice steady. "This is a response to an act of war. The Zathon declared their intentions. Earth simply demonstrated why that was a mistake." Elif's console chimed with an incoming transmission. "It's from Earth Command," she said, routing it to the main display. A woman appeared on screen. Admiral Chen, head of Earth's United Defense Force. Her expression was calm, almost serene. "To all members of the Galactic Council, Earth has noted with concern the recent hostile declarations made by the Zathon Collective and their allies. We wish to make our position clear. Humanity desires peace. We have always desired peace. But we will not accept subjugation. We will not accept threats to our sovereignty, and we will not accept any action that endangers our species or our home. She paused, letting her words sink in. What you witnessed today was not an attack. It was a demonstration. Earth possesses capabilities that we have chosen not to reveal during our time among the stars. We hoped we would never need to use them. Zithan forced our hand. Velthar's appendages trembled. What kind of weapons could possibly— Not weapons, Admiral Chen interrupted as if she could hear him. Understanding. You see, while the rest of the galaxy has spent millennia perfecting faster-than-light travel, energy weapons, and force fields, humanity focused on something different. We learned to manipulate quantum probability itself. We learned to reach back through time, not to change it, but to ensure certain outcomes never occurred in the first place. Elif gasped, understanding flooding through her. They didn't destroy those installations. They prevented them from ever being built. Precisely, Admiral Chen confirmed. From the perspective of the universe, those Zathan bases never existed. Their inhabitants are alive and well, living different lives, having made different choices. We have harmed no one. We have simply adjusted the timeline to encourage more peaceful outcomes. Adam watched as Velthar's crystalline structure seemed to lose cohesion, the ambassador nearly collapsing with shock. Throughout the bridge, other council representatives were appearing on sub-channels, all displaying various stages of horror and disbelief. The council will vote on Earth's petition for full membership tomorrow, Admiral Chen continued. We trust that the vote will be conducted fairly and without coercion. But understand this, Earth will never kneel. We will never surrender, and if threatened again, we will not hesitate to ensure that those threats never existed in the first place. We hope that will not be necessary. The transmission ended, leaving the bridge in absolute silence. Finally, Velthar spoke, his voice hollow. 14 minutes. They rewrote a quarter of the galaxy's history in 14 minutes. Elif met Adam's eyes, seeing her own mixture of pride and terror reflected there. Humanity had just announced itself not as a minor species seeking acceptance, but as the most dangerous civilization in the known universe. Welcome to Earth's galaxy, Adam said quietly. We really did try to warn them. Outside the viewports, the stars continued to shine. Each one a reminder that in the vast darkness of space, humanity had just proven why they were the ones other species should fear. The vote the next day was unanimous.